Hi everybody, and welcome to the big update for my Boeing 767 cockpit project. I'm really sorry it's been this far delayed, but nonetheless it is here now, so please enjoy the video. It just involves me unboxing, showing and sort of detailing really some expensive and prolific items that I've managed to get hold of for the cockpit project, so please enjoy. Thank you. Right, so the first item we're going to get started is the Open Cockpits 737 Autopilot, or also known as an MCP panel. This item arrived from Spain a few weeks back. As you can see, I've opened the top, but I haven't actually looked at the item yet, so I'll be doing that on video right now. So let's get started. Right, so now we've unboxed it, I'm just going to get it out the bubble wrap packaging right here. Right, so I've just unboxed the item and taken the bubble wrap packaging off right there. So now we can actually have a close-up look at the item. I'll just go from one side to the other. So as you can see, it pretty much represents the full functionality of a Boeing 737 autopilot panel. And if you're wondering why I bought this, considering I'm using a Boeing 767 cockpit, it's because primarily the autopilot panels are the same, so I can get this working no problem with the Level D 767 add-on. It connects to a computer via this included USB cable here, which attaches to the back of the printed circuit board right there. Pretty much everything you can see on the panel, from the small LEDs and the switches right here to the rotary encoders here and the 7-segment displays right there, all are completely compatible with Flight Simulator X and all work as they should. A few drawbacks in the functionality. First of all, if you can see the bank angle selector right there just above the heading select switch, that is not actually modelled, although the Boeing 767 add-on by Level D does not actually model it anyway, so there's no problem there really. Another slight drawback of the module is that it does not have any backlighting. If I can just turn it on its side here, if you look in, the only things in there are switches and wiring for the rotary encoders and displays. There is actually no LEDs for the backlighting. However, the module is ready to be backlit, so if you're prepared to add your own backlighting circuit, there are plenty of guides on the internet, especially one written by Ken from the My Cockpit forum, which is especially useful for constructing this module. So yeah, if we just actually play around with the module for a bit, feels very realistic. Everything seems to work as it should. Even this small airspeed select push switch right there. Also modelled is the what's this, vertical speed wheel. This is actually a rotary encoder just turned on its side, and it can be turned using your hand with no problem. The autopilot disengage bar is sort of a chunky flip switch right there, and the two flight director toggle switches are modelled as so. And if I was to have another complaint about the module, it would most likely be that rotary encoders such as this one have push buttons like that. I don't know if you can see the pushing action there. Push buttons that this module does not actually model, so there's pretty much push buttons in there that are doing nothing. And on a Boeing 767, the heading select switch is actually selected by pushing the knob like that. So what I'm going to have to do is I'm actually going to have to wire the push button myself. If I just turn the module over, you can see 4 very small pins. It's fairly blurred in the picture. These are the terminals for the push button in the rotary encoder. which will be connected to an OpenCockpits MasterCard and interface using the scripting program SIOC, provided free of charge by the company. So yeah, that pretty much concludes the first item, a pretty robust unit which I'm going to look forward to using. If you're wondering about the cost of this item, not sure if you can see that there, you probably can't know. That's €358, which at the current exchange rate is about £315, I'd say. I paid about £315, yeah, at Christmas when I bought this, so fairly expensive, but definitely worth buying in my opinion. It's one of the cheapest autopilot panels on the market, so if you're on a budget, this is definitely the one to look for. Right, so on to the next item.